Okay, mate. You might have seen no action on YouTube for about a week. I hurt my head the other day. One of the kids put a hair curler up on the wall, about 6 foot up on a shelf. I never saw it, and I plugged in a fan for the night time, like a bit of noise at night to sleep a bit better. And this thing fell off the wall about 6 foot up in the air and hit me right at the back of the skull, like where your skull connects to your neck. It's not heavy, but goddamn hard. It gave me a splitting headache for 2 days. It really knocked me around. Anyway, I thought I'd make a video of something you don't see much, and I was quite surprised. It's up a weed whacker, a weed snipper. I'll show you. It's of a model fs80. It's small. It's 34mm piston, but I was surprised. It's a professional grade. They call it pro. And after seeing it, I'm pretty sure it is. It's had a hard life. It's worked really hard. So I'm doing a new motor for the guy who owns Woodyard. Now it's got a free clutch, same as a chainsaw. So I was surprised. It looks like a clutch out of a MS 180 or 170. It's pretty thin, but normally they have 2 clutches and that's it. 2 shoes and they come out and they wear out. But this having 3 is more of a better design to wear evenly. And I was just super surprised to see that. Now, when I pull this apart, you see it's you see that exhaust port there. It's blocked up with carbon. It's got no compression really to speak of. I've got the spark plug out now, but it's had a long life. It's not worn out piston wise. It's just worn out compression, so the rings are gone. So I've got a new motor and stuff for it. So I'll show the motor. I mean, they've done this about a week ago, but it's been knocked around. I never had a headache so bad, bloody fucking stupid. So that's the new motor. Big transfers, I like that. The transfers are angled nicely at the end, so that first one there near the intake swoops into the transfers into the actual cylinder. So that's a different design. Normally this flat, like the front one there, is a 90-degree brick wall, comes straight in. So interesting, they have tried to design this differently. It's a copy of what it is, I suppose, but I'll soon see inside. It needs new accelerator cable. The cable's worn out. But just to show you, I don't just work on chainsaws, I work on anything petrol. I've got a another chainsaw for my neighbour next door. It's a 45cc thing. It's been sitting in water, everything's worn out. The fuel line's broken, the fuel line down here into the carburetor. Turn it on, the fuel's pissing out of that. The pull star, the spring on that's broken, so I'll have one off another saw. It's just one of those saws that I usually want to service it, but it's not that easy at all. The motor runs, I know it's got spark, it wants to run, but the fuel's not getting to the carby, so I've managed to get fuel there by shorting the fuel line. There's just issue after issue with this thing. Even the exhaust is rusted, the pot, the holes on the muffler where the Allen keys go, everything's rusted up. It's just been wet. It's meant to be yellow, it's the wrong colour. Meant to be yellow and it's all faded, it's almost white. Let me get that out. I just should do a short video for you guys. I can't get it. But yeah, trust me, it's meant to be yellow, it's not. I mean, this is right, hang on, I'll pause you. See, that's the colour of it. It's been outside in the sun or something, but that's the actual colour of the soil, so it's yellow. And I was surprised when I pulled it off, like, yep, she's been out in the sun. To be like that, it's been in, it doesn't have to be super strong sunlight, but it's going to be direct sun for a bit to do that, but it's just faded something shocking. So, spring's gone that, so I got a lot of work on this. I'll leave you a quick thing. I said to the neighbour, I'd fix it, get it going for him, but he wants it service. And I started thinking, what is service? Really, all you're doing is oiling up the bearing for the clutch, really, and lubricating a few things. A service is not what you think. It's a service you're being ripped off, really. Chin is alright, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get into this weed whacker MS fs80 and get this back together. I was pulling them apart and seeing what's wrong and what I have to do. Just seeing the exhaust port though, I didn't know it was that blocked up. You see about there. So she was low compression, wouldn't run. It's just, you gotta have some compression to make things work. Even though the old saws are low compression, when they run, they build up their compression. But if you want power, you gotta have a reasonable compression. Not stupid compression, but reasonable. And this one has obviously got white rings. What's it got? One. Is it 2 rings? So yeah, it's just not running the way it should. But having the exhaust like that, it's not going to run because it can't breathe. So if I hadn't known that, I would have dug that out, and it probably would have gone pretty good. But that's not good at all. That's probably running 50 to 1, I'd say. Or it's running 25 to 1 because it's so much build up. But it depends on the person running the thing. Like there's oil around the clutch drum there. So it's just, I gave me a clean thing today. Get all these parts I've got here, dunk them in petrol, and clean them all up, and get it running. So I'll get this pulled apart further and see what she looks like. I might show in a sec. So the reason I'd go for this saw, apart from having a free clutch, which is good, it's got 4 bolts holding down the cylinder. So all these small motors have got 2 bolts, opposite each other, one there and one there, and that's it. But these 4 would hold down the pressure, and the saw would like the weed whacker will last a long time, just because it held down evenly, and that's why I did do that. But as for the YouTube, I'm a bit pissed off lately. I've never had YouTube as a direct income. It's never made much money for me. I might get $60 Australian. I'm not sure if it's monthly or 2 monthly, but it's not a huge amount of income. So it to me it's just been a hobby. But recently they've changed the way they do things on my TV, the way it works. But I got an old system called T-Box. I got with Telstra a few years back, and we've just had it and it still works, but it didn't work efficiently, but it still works. The way it's set up is I'll log onto my YouTube channel and it'd be there for probably 2 weeks, for a month, before I have to relog. Now, every goddamn time I sit down, every time the T-Box plays up, I have to relog in, and I don't like the fact all they're doing is finding out when I'm logging in and when I'm moving around. They're keeping an eye on me, and I do not like that. It's to the point that, guys, I'm thinking about throwing YouTube out because I'm not going to have someone watching what I'm doing every 5 seconds of my life. It's just, to me, it's rude. It's just uncomfortable to know every time I got to go onto my phone and do that stupid scan thing. When they had COVID, and we're not meant to talk about COVID, they get screwed with it. It's not COVID at all, it's influenza. A guy I know, your doctor, they asked for 1,500 samples, and every time I checked the sample, it came back as influenza. And they asked for a sample of COVID, and they said, these are people who died of COVID, and this is in America, and everyone came back influenza, so who knows what the hell they're trying to tell us. But the fact that they're now keeping an eye on everything I do, I never used that scan for COVID. I didn't care about stuff. I never went anywhere. I never got the COVID shot because I thought, well, I'm the person who likes to go out, nightclubs and stuff like that, so I just thought, well, screw you. If you want me to go there, I won't go there, but I'm not going to have an injection. But with this camera thing, it has a picture of those little blocks, little square block things. You know those, but they had the picture up everywhere, and I've never used it. I originally had to use it to log on my YouTube. I log on that, or I'm going to log on with a password, or I've got to get it downloaded, and it's just, to me, I'm just trying to sit there, just down out to have a cup of tea, a bit of entertainment, but I have to log into my name every time. I don't want to watch some stupid, brainless stuff that kids watch now. If you go to YouTube and go there and don't log in, the stuff that they have on there is just, I honestly, I don't understand. There's stuff there we've had there for the grandkids, watching, ABCs and stuff like that, trying to teach them stuff. But the other stuff there, the game stuff, it is, to me, just brainless. I've got no idea what they're trying to get our kids to learn. For the future, it's not educational, it's just dumb stuff. Yelling and screaming at a screen. Yesterday I watched a bit, and these guys are trying to burn someone in the house, a make-believe house, but I couldn't understand trying to burn someone in the house. The guy was apparently famous in the game world. My ex-son-in-law was a gamer and turned out he was a dickhead. But that's his life, fine, but he wasted his life at the expense of his family. But I just don't understand. But to be logged in and do process to watch, to me it feels like I'm in China. They got cameras everywhere watching everything we do. In Australia it's bad enough now, but to actually have to be logged in every time, I can now, I get watch YouTube on my phone, and then we're doing, but I don't like the fact I feel like I have to say, hey, look at me, I'm doing this now on my own, own right to log myself in, say, hey, I'm watching myself or whatever else. To me, it's just wrong. So YouTube's not entertainment anymore. It's about just watching who's doing what and all the rest of it. And before, as I said with COVID, if you said the wrong thing, you'd be demonetized. If you look the wrong way, or you say the wrong thing about Trump as being the good guy, or Biden being a dickhead, which he is, I feel like I got a lot in common with Trump, because not Trump, Biden having a stroke. You have a lot of memory issues. You might think you're talking about, but quite often I rewatch my videos and find out I'll say a word out of whack, and it's like, I shouldn't have said that, but I said it and I forgot what I was doing, and I find out I make mistakes. So it's getting to the point that, guys, it's painful. So to watch him running the world and think he's doing the right thing, someone takes him to a nursing home, give him a cup of tea, and tell him to sit down and relax, because he's not doing anyone a favour. He's doing the world harm by doing what they're doing, and I got no idea. Only, as I say, only in America. And guys, that's not a nice thing. When someone says only in America, that usually means a bad thing. Why do you have an open border, letting people into your country? Which, okay, you want to see that way. And I shouldn't talk about this, but Australia, we're lucky we're in a continent which people can't get down through a boat. In Australia, we've got pretty strong border protection. For a while there, we didn't. But in America, they're letting people in, which is bad enough. But then they're paying people to come, which is not bad enough. And they're not needing knowing who's coming, which is, to me, it's like, that's just dumb. Like, they go to war to try and help other countries, but they don't understand why they're doing this to their own country. It's, who's running their country? Yes, just, I'm going off tangent here, but I'll get this saw apart. I pulled the bolt off. I'll show you what's inside. So I undone the 4 bolts. So I'll have a look. It's pretty oily. Oil usually means that the rings aren't working right, because it's not straightening them out the way it should. Have them pull apart square. There we go. So she just fell apart. So it's not good at all. You probably find all it really needs, there's one mark on the intake there. It's a direct mark. All it really needs probably is rings. But that exhaust, it's super blocked up. Hope you guys can see that. That's terrible. I'm surprised there's not a mark on the actual exhaust port hole hitting carbon and being strapped in by the rings. I really am. They should have killed that motor. They got a little small combustion area. So, what's it? Yeah, the intake on the transfers. So you're saying things I'm not saying meant to be saying. The transfer on the towards the carby has got the angle like I did in Chinese made one, so it's direct copy. So they have designed this. So I might do a bit of poor work to this. I'm going to needle point these transfer dividers, because it's just a brick wall. Like, it's not going to help up anyone that doing that. I'm going to needle point back towards the carby, because I like the angle part. So I don't know if I'll do anything to the intake itself. I might square that up. I might put a ring in there and get the belly of the new cylinder. Screw up that intake. You can see it's rounded, but the piston, if you look at the piston, the bottom of the skirt and the top of the piston, even though it's a circle, if you square it up, you have an instant on and an instant off. The way it is now is it's sort of off, sort of on. And it's not high compression, so there's no point. I shouldn't have this thing on and shouldn't have it off, so it gets a better rev and it's just a bit more usable. It's more of a functional on off. So when you rev, it revs when it's meant to rev. But gonna use the gasket. Oh, I was thinking about not using the gasket, but I've got the gasket here. I've got no idea what the squish is. I suppose I should say that, squishes. But here's the gasket there. It's a thick gasket too, wow. That had to be 25,000, 30,000. It's not a thin one. You feel how bulky it is. Anyway, I might even use it to a new fuel filter, new air filter, new spark plug. I wouldn't use the spark plug, but new one there. New wrist pin clips. New wrist pin, gadget pin. So everything's there except for wrist pin bearing. Now the only thing I will say I don't like this thing, it's only got one paw here on the pull starter. So that there is only one. I would have liked to have had two. It would have been a bit more of an even pull. So when you pull start, they engage. When you pull start here, so they would engage evenly. So obviously it hasn't broken nothing. It hasn't worn out funny or all that. So it does work, but I would like to have seen two of them. So it would have been more even. But apart from that, the piston still looks good. You can tell the rings are going there. It's just, it feels flat. It looks flat. Like normally you push a ring from one side, they pop right out. That's really in, guys. That's really worn out. But she's worn out nicely. I have to give it to Stihl. Out of all the stuff I've seen from Stihl, for a small machine, this thing has worn out nicely. So I'll get a petrol bath out here. So you see the petrol on there. I could get this thing to run, but I couldn't get it to rev. It would not rev. It was gullets. Couldn't turn it. Someone's been in the carby. Where is that carby? Where is she? Here. Those the low and the high. Which one was that? The high. It's got 4 little points that stick out. There's 2. You see 2 on top there. You might get closer. You see 2 sticking up. I think it was 4, and it makes it very hard to tune. I mucked around full revs. I couldn't get this thing to run anymore. I know now because the exhaust was blocked up, but I'm going to use the new motor, get it running. I had this carby apart. The what do you call it? The valve. See, words to get out of your head. The diaphragms and stuff inside the carby, they were nice and supple and they were beautiful soft, so I got no problem with that. It was clean, there's no crap in there. A little bit in the actual filter inside the diaphragm, that's the word, diaphragm. But apart from that, it's fine. The prime bowl, I was quite impressed with that. So it's not a carby problem, it's a straight out compression. The other thing I like about this particular motor, it's got 3 of these cooling, what you call fins, and then behind the carby on the motor side, so you have a carby like that, then they have the cooling fins behind the carby, so it wouldn't get a heat rise. So when the motor got super hot, you turn it off to do something. As you're a contractor, they keep the carby cool. They bleed the heat out, and I was quite impressed with that. They're quite thick. They're quite heavy. Heavy's not a good thing, but being thick, they soak up the temperature quite nicely and take it away. And I haven't seen it before in any whippy snipper. To me, that's a really weird idea. Anyway, guys, I'll get this thing cleaner up. Well, I might as well end this video on the weed backer with something that just arrived, and I wasn't sure if it's going to arrive. I don't know if you guys have had this issue. You buy something the Farm Tech in Australia. They seem to have markets around the world, and this particular time, the market I was looking at, and it said a certain price. I thought that's too cheap, so I bought the thing, and not long after that, they said out of stock. Well, I thought, well, no, I bought this in good faith. If you can't get your computers to work, that's not my fault. So I pushed it, and they said, look, it's not my mistake. I'm not going to, do this. So you've got in stock other stores in China. I'll wait. So they said yes, but it was very cryptic. Well, they word their words. So I was concerned. I bought a saw, a MS-880 as a kit saw, and I thought, hope it's going to come. But also at the same time, they bought a XT372. So I don't know if this. I'd say this is XT. The MS-880 is a kit saw, and there's 2 parcels came, so I don't know what the small parcel is. I have no idea, so I thought I'd open it up and show you guys. Now if I could do this one hand. But yeah, they try to make it out that it was my fault. I thought, well, no, I paid for it, so I didn't ask them. I just, well, that's a damn good price. I know China's having issues selling stuff at the moment, and well, that's part of being in the business. I had, business dealings before, and you know, if you're having problems, don't sell too cheap. It's the main thing. So what do you got here? No idea what that is. I have no idea what that is. It's like a, hang on, it's even mine. Be careful. Might be opening up next time I ever see. Yeah, opening up my wife's. That's not a good thing, Kevin. That was clear, mate. I'll stop there, so before it turns to be some kid's present or my present or something like that. So, obviously this is a 372 XT, I think. But if I look in the box hard enough, I'll find some information. Sorry guys for the angles and stuff, but I'm too tired to work out cameras and stuff at the moment. I just don't really feel like doing anything. I've never had headaches like that before. Been cracked out of the skull like that. It wasn't hard, but it just, I don't know, it just got to me and really annoyed the crap out of me. It really hurt after a while. After a couple of hours lying down in bed, about 12 o'clock, and I thought, what the hell? So I went and took Panadol and stuff. I was actually worried I was having another stroke. It hurt that much after a while. But nothing like, I never felt nothing with a stroke. I felt like I had a tick biting my head. So what do we have? Well, okay, I did all the other parts. I pulled star, stuff like that, an orange one. It's not really orange, it's like a tangerine colour. So that's for the farm tech I'm doing. They meant to sell me one too, but not farm tech, knee tech. It busted the plastic part here. So I've got a okay. Now this cost me $89 American plus postage, so that's why I bought this. You look it up now, it's $200 I think. For some stupid reason they sent this to me super cheap. Although it's selling it super cheap. There's the dogs, I think. Yeah, it's the dogs. These are the parts I ordered. It's funny how they put parts in the same box. Which, you know, I was a bit annoyed because I paid for this, the price they're asking, and I paid full postage at the time, and decided to send everything in boat with the MS-80, which I thought, well, that's a bit, you know, okay, I ripped them off, but that was their fault, but, you know, why am I being slowed up by them sending me stuff slow? And they never said on the postage that they said they were sending both. I said both what? Source, and they were sending everything. They never said source. So I asked them that a couple of times. I wouldn't answer the question as a 2 separate sources. I actually asked, are you sending the XT 372 as well? With any of the stuff, your stuff. So, yeah, interesting conversation. But I've had issues with farms here before, and they've always resolved the issues quite timely, I suppose, but they do have their bad points. When Nitec has always been quickly and efficiently and done what they had to do to keep customers coming back, and that was the main reason I like Nitec over Pharmatech. Pharmatech's got more to choose from, but yeah, one of those things. So I'm going to do this up, guys, straight just to sell. I'll put a medial piston in this thing, pour it, get the most I can out of it. Had some fun. I've only done one X-Torque saw. That's one mechanic I had before, and I enjoyed doing that. But obviously, this is the way of the future. I like the idea of cleaning the tank, cleaning the exhaust port out with fresh air, and then pumping fuel in. To me, if it makes common sense, it makes common sense. So the idea of what they're doing and why they're doing it. If I can get the same power of this as I can get out of a 372, why'd you go back to the old school? I know you can do more powerful stuff with this, going back to the old school stuff, but I'm interested in the longevity of, I do like the environment, but it's one of those things, if it works, it works. If the power's there, the power's there. But also the fuel economy. If this gives me half as much fuel again, I'll be surprised. But even a quarter of fuel more than what it normally does, should you start pouring it. So guys like having a V8, 8 sacks of fuel. You might have power, but you always feeling thing about petrol. So that's the main reason I went this way. I thought, well, I'll muck around this. If I can get power and use more normal petrol, like a normal saw, well, why wouldn't you do that? So anyway, that's what's happening with this thing. And I'm going to pull this thing and put it up for sale when I finish mucking around with it. Alright guys, I'll put this video up. I'll get some work done. Over and out. Thanks for watching. Put it on my mum. Alright guys.